Okay, I have been having issues with my recordings actually being able to be uploaded. I can view them and then they just don't want to go. So we're going to try this again because my last recording kind of disappeared on me. So I opened up a new spreadsheet and then I'm going to go to my add-ons and then I'm going to go to online rubric because that is what I'm going to give a tutorial on today. And I'm going to go to build roster because I do not have a roster to import already. I'm going to name my rubric college writing because that's the name of my class. And I'm going to call it the final research paper rubric. And the nice thing about online rubric is that on the right hand side here, it tells you step-by-step directions on what you need to do. So it says fill in the spreadsheet starting in row 2. So this would be like the names of your students. And so I'm just going to kind of write in some names, and I'm already messing up because I've done this already. So you would put in the list of all of your students. I'm just going to list one because it will take a really long time for me to go through and put a bunch more in. So I'm going to go to verify. And then you have the option of creating a new rubric or importing a rubric. And I'm going to create new and hit submit. And then again, I'm just following the instructions on this right-hand side. It says in the first row, starting with cell B, type in your score range. And so my score range I usually do, it's like X5, 4, 3, 1. And then it says in the first column, starting with cell A2, you're going to type in your category names. This is my criteria. So ideas and content is usually what I begin with. And then I already have a rubric in my Word document that has this criteria. And so I'm going to go to that document and I'm going to copy and then paste it into these cells so that we can save a little bit of time here. And text wrapping, wrap it. I'm going to make these cells a little bit bigger. So, and like 5, I skip, and then I fill in the criteria for 4, and then like if they score 5, it's somewhere in between these two. And I usually write in comments that goes along with my scoring, so students are always well aware of why they received the points they received. So. And then I'm just going to put in my final criteria for, or my final explanation for these points. 2. And then once again, text wrapping. Sorry, I have some noise in the background. After re-recording this, you know, my first one was perfect because it was absolutely silent in here, but I have 2 littles kind of running around. So this is what you would do for the entire rubric. Obviously, I have more criteria that I would list. If you kind of see my example rubric here, I put in ideas and content for the first criteria, then organization, voice, word choice, convention, sentence fluency, and then presentation. But to save time, I'm not going to write all of that information in because we just do the exact same thing that you've already seen with the descriptors and the criteria. So then I would hit submit. And then it shows me, Okay, here it kind of shows the data, and it kind of shows this is my email template. But if I go back to scores, I could, like, here would be like the criteria. I could put in their score for each of the criteria, ideas and content, presentation, conventions, all of those, and then it would come up with their total score. And then I could also write in comments for that student, and then send them an email when I have finished grading. And this is a really nice way to kind of go paperless and provide instant feedback with the email option to students, as long as you import your roster, or you create a new roster there. So that is my demonstration on online rubric. I really hope it saves correctly this time and I'm able to upload it.